You on YouTube. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since my last Vaughn Coleman Presents. Last week, I was at a con working with the great Michael Golden. And so because of that, that's why I doubled up the week before. And then I had a third guest. So I don't feel too bad for leaving you guys hanging, because I gave you 3 episodes last week. But we are back. We have a great guest. Happy to have her on. She does all kinds of stuff. But you know what? Rather than introduce her, I'll let her, introduce herself. Oh, yeah. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you, Bobby. You're a real one. Always picking up my slack. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Amy Mackin. Amy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I do your background. And one thing I noticed about your posts, you always have all this interesting stuff in your room. And right now I'm in Florida and it's blank walls. And so my chat tells me that I look like I'm in a mental institution.
It's okay. I mean, most of the time I just these are from Pusheen calendars that I just cut out and put in the back, and all this is just the Pusheen.
That an anime term?
It's it's its name. It's a little character. It's kind of like a Sanrio character, but yeah. There's just so much shit I have hung up on my wall everywhere. So
a lot of pink.
Yeah, a lot of pink. It's a little eclectic, but she's fine. So
she is it? Yeah. That's the cat is okay. So I'm guessing you're a cat person then.
Yes, but I also love dogs.
Yeah, I love. But people are always you have to choose. The question was are you one or the other? I have both. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm one too. I mean, granted, I grew up with cats, so I kind of have to say I'm a cat person more so. But I love dogs too.
You have a cat or a dog?
I did have a kitten for a little bit, but I mean, this is probably a little TMI, but I ended up being way more allergic to her than I thought. So I went to the ER twice.
I remember Yeah, I'm slightly allergic to cats.
Yeah.
So I've had it. But I still have a cat. But sometimes if I'm holding her for too long, I feel it a bit.
Mm-hmm. It gets to you. Yeah.
So what do you do? I remember I found you first through TikTok. That's how I found you. And then I was like, oh, she's an artist. And I always message artists because I like reaching out and I work in comics. So you do art too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, every now and then I'm finally getting back to it because there was a period where I just wasn't drawing at all. So now I'm getting back to it. I recently got an iPad, so I've been practicing on drawing on Procreate, but yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, that's the Procreate. I learned about that because that's the tool that everyone uses, right? I'm very, I know pretty art when I see it, but I have no artistic talent at all. And I remember I think the first time I mentioned to you, you were like, no, I'm sure you're not that. No, I'm like, no, I literally don't draw. You thought it was a me being modest thing. I'm like, no, I actually just I do not draw.
I don't at all.
No, it's not I try. I'm not that. No, it's just no. So what are your artistic influences? What do you like to draw?
So a lot of my influences definitely from Studio Ghibli films. I grew up to watching everything from Cartoon Network as well. Kind of old school anime, so Cowboy Bebop, Sailor Moon, Ranma.
Ranma?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Actually, when I was with Adriana and my friend, I remember my friend is loves Ranma 1/2.
Yes,
it's a weird concept. So and he was he was showing it to them, and then they were like, "What is that?" And then he explained it. It's correct if I'm wrong, because this is the way my friend explained it. It's a guy. But when he gets wet, he turns into a girl, and it leads to comedic situations.
Yeah. You're about, yeah. It was a 80s anime. It's by the same people that made the Inuyasha.
Yeah, that's another classic. I watched Cowboy Bebop not that long ago. I love that. Yeah. That was fantastic.
So good.
I like it because it's tonally very, it's anime, but it's very different in the sense that it doesn't have all those, and I can like them sometimes, but those big anime cutaways almost.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's very raw. It's hard not to, when you watch anime. I do like anime. You've probably seen more than me, just guessing based on all the stuff
With
around
my
you.
wall behind me.
Yeah,
And
your wall behind me. But I do like anime. I like Full Metal Alchemist. Did you watch
yeah,
Chainsaw Man?
I did. I just
What
finished
did you
the
think?
first season.
Because you don't seem
Um,
like the type. You're very girly, and that show is very well, Chainsaw Man. I mean, basically, if you know what it is by the
yeah.
name, pretty.
I mean, it's kind of funny because when I started watching anime, like, um, Fairy Tail and Attack on Titan were like the first ones I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I prefer the sparkly, girly, like shoujo anime for sure. But Chainsaw Man was good, but there's like, I think you probably know if you've seen some episodes and anybody watching, like, there's just some scenes I was like, this is a little much.
Are we talking the
um,
violence side or the other explicit
the
side?
other
The
side.
other side? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
The character motivation, he was very simple, to be fair.
I mean, it was very simple. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
go off. But I was also like,
Yeah. A lot of people
yeah,
said it was as good as Demon Slayer. I think animation wise, sure.
yeah,
I personally felt Demon Slayer had more like heart to it. That's
mhm,
not to say I mean, I'm down for more Chainsaw Man, but I did
yeah,
find Demon Slayer. I don't know. I liked it better because like the first episode I like is it just rips your heart out.
yeah,
So you're invested. Chainsaw Man, I mean, it's again, they're very different shows, but they're one thing I do like is the execution, and I think America needs to learn from Japan a lot of stuff about entertainment and animation. Like
yeah.
they even having a different outro every episode, so unnecessary, but they did it anyway.
Oh, it was so
Um,
cool. All the
mhm,
outro animations too,
mhm,
like, they're so sick.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I like Demon Slayer more.
yeah.
But
Are you caught up yet or no?
I'm caught up. I'm ready for the.
The new one?
hmm She's also
Yeah.
my favorite character, so I the love Hashira, if I said that right.
Oh,
Yeah, she,
the pink one. Oh,
hmm
what a surprise! Like the pink one.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, right. Everything's pink. Yeah,
Yeah. I
she's
know.
my
Yeah, I
favorite.
remember. Yes, you said. So then, who are some of your favorite characters? I know you cosplay too.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Like fave characters of all time. Do I need like a top five or? Oh man.
Do you have to do a designated? No, I'm kidding. Have any favorites? No, it's very laid back.
Okay. Mm, oh my gosh. I like so many cartoon characters. This is hard.
Hmm.
I love Aang from Avatar.
Oh yeah, he's good. Is he your favorite Avatar character then?
Well, him and Ty Lee.
Ty Lee,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, those are probably my two faves.
It's hard not to like Ty
Um,
Lee.
yes, Ty Lee and Suki. Yeah, Suki
Suki.
too.
Oh yeah, Suki's
Um,
good. I'm partial. I'm hot take. I always thought or not. I think that I don't know. I like Ty Lee more, honestly. Like I
okay.
remember thinking that they'd make a cute couple, Ty Lee and Sokka. Honestly,
Oh
more
my
thinking,
gosh.
which is a hot because I know she'd always be flirting with him, and I like Suki, but no, I always wanted Ty Lee and Sokka. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not one of those people that like if they writers made their decision. What am I going to do? You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
right.
fine. Uh, but yeah, I always felt that way because they were both the funny ones.
hmm
Um, but I guess it works like the opposites attract kind of thing. I met
Yeah.
both of them actually.
Oh
Both
my
those
gosh.
voice actors, Suki and Ty Lee together. They were together. I know.
Together, I remember you
Yeah, I
saying
got their
mentioning
signatures.
something,
Yeah,
but
I got stuff signed by them. Yeah, they were really cool.
that's so cool. I'm
Yeah,
jealous.
she said what Ty Lee said. Your aura's never been pinker. She said that, and that was really cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that show's amazing. They're coming out with a new one.
Yeah, is it? Well, there's like a couple new things coming out. Is it gonna be them as adults? That's
I
what
think
I'm.
I heard that. I'm
I'm
not. Let's see.
yeah.
I'm not sure how I want it to be good, but I'm also last couple of years one of the problems I have is they keep reviving stuff and then everyone gets excited and then it's not as good when they bring it
Yeah.
back. So that's my fear.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was one of my fears, right? Bringing it in is I'm just afraid that like they're gonna do too much or that they're gonna because it's such a perfect ending for the show.
Yeah.
Everything basically is tied up in a little but well actually unless it's about I know they did this in the comics where Zuko's mom was like the mystery. Apparently the Avatar comics are pretty good.
Yeah.
When they that's one of the things they never explain. I
which
feel like
is-
if
I
they
think
do
that-
it. Oh,
go
sorry, what were
ahead.
you saying?
Oh no, I think I was gonna say like I heard somewhere too that they were gonna animate that, but I don't know if maybe that's just like a hot take or something.
They're gonna
Something
animate
around.
that. That could be cool. That could be
Yeah.
really cool. I heard that they were gonna be in their 20s. Is what they were gonna do,
Oh shit. Okay.
which could be interesting. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just afraid that they're gonna. And like maybe I'm wrong, but I remember I had this debate with someone about whether Azula was a bad person or not, and I was very much of the opinion that yes, she is. They're like, oh, she's a product of her environment. I'm like, no, because Zuko was raised by the same people. And also,
Yeah.
there's this scene when they're little kids where she's trying to kill the little ducks, the little baby ducklings. I'm like, no, she's a psycho. That's how serial killers start. She's a
Yeah.
bad person. Her friends abandoned. She tried to kill her friends.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
tried to kill Tylee and no, she and what's the emo girl? Why am I blanking on emo? May, right?
Oh man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, emo girl. Yeah, they tried to like that. No. Also, I never got the Zutara thing. Shipping. We never got super into
What?
shipping.
You don't get that one?
Wait, oh my god, are you one of those people?
I mean, obviously, like I liked Aang and Katara, but like Zuko and Katara, I was kind of like, oh,
Why?
I could be,
Why?
could be into that. What? I don't know. It was like kind of like that opposite attracts thing, and then it was like, what is it? Enemies to lovers trope? Is that
Right.
I don't know.
I thought they were good companions and friends. That's about it. I didn't think there was any romantic chemistry at all. At all.
When he saved her, I mean, I get it. It doesn't have to be romantic, but like
Yeah.
that one scene where he saves her
Yeah.
from like Azula's. Oh,
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing now. Is like our hero's gonna have to be cautious about saving women because they're like, oh well, I don't know. They might think we're a thing now.
I hope. Well, I don't know. I
No,
guess
I don't know. I just don't see. I don't see it. It's I can't imagine Katara ever like if she barely accepts Zuko. The idea that she'd marry a firebender, I just don't buy it.
I guess that is true because of how much she.
Also, she can't cuck Aang like that.
Yeah.
Although they are little, it is weird. You forget that these are like little kids. Like Aang's like what, 12, 14?
Yeah, and she's like 13 or 14.
Yeah, you kind of forget that in the show that they're so young. That was one of the things when I'm writing my own teenage heroes. I'm like, okay, how young? Like, to what extent we want to go with this? Is that one of your favorite shows then? Because it's one of mine.
Yes, Avatar: The Last Airbender is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, I really like that one. So your favorites, Aang, Ty Lee. There's a theory, and it's based on very flimsy evidence from what I saw.
I know what you're gonna say.
That she's part air nomad, and it's literally just because she has a round face and big eyes. I'm like, okay.
They like put an arrow on her head once, and it was like she kind of looks like Aang, and I was like,
okay,
okay,
you could do that with. I mean, okay, that's not really.
I feel like,
yeah.
Anyways,
that's not. People. That's the thing. There's a lot of stretches. I find it. I do love fan bases and stuff.
Oh yeah,
there are interesting theories, but then I'm just like, no, come on.
Yeah, I know that was like
no. She has a round, like I guess maybe if she has air heritage from hundreds of years ago before they got like okay, I guess maybe that's interesting.
They also.
But is there any evidence besides she has a round face?
Well, she's light on her feet, I guess.
Because she's an actor.
Right, I know.
That's
but
just
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, the chat is stop, guys. I'm doing an interview. They're like, "Oh, does Vaughn even read the chat?" No, not right now, man. Anyway, these fuckers. What was I saying? Yeah. So, what kind of stuff do you like to draw? Would you ever draw like comics or work in animation or anything like that, or do you do commissions? Like,
it's funny because that was like what I really wanted to do was character design and animation, but then I realized quickly I was like, I don't. It's like a lot more work to get there than I thought, and I wasn't really ready to do that. I didn't want to like learn figure drawing and things like that. And I mean, now I kind of want to get back into that stuff, but mainly I just like to draw characters. I'll draw fan art of characters or my own characters. It's all kind of anime cartoony style. Yeah, I'm hoping to make a webcomic, but I've been saying that for a couple
Yeah.
years now. So
Yeah, that's
we'll
where I'm
see.
at. It's well for me. I can't just draw it, so I have to like hire someone, and I
Hmm.
don't want to print it too. So like, but yeah, I mean, just making it is good. Yeah, have you ever looked at crowdfunding?
Oh no, I haven't.
All right, so crowdfunding, a lot of people I know. That's probably what I'm going to do with my comic. It's huge in comics right now.
Mm.
Is you launch on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Generally, are the big two, and you basically will have like tiers, and people can order the book from there. It's almost like you see, or you can have tiers. You could have like commission tier, like all these different tiers, and you generally people will promote through YouTube's and social and things like that, and people just fund the comic. You fund the comic that way, and you get it out in the
Oh,
hands of backers, and you can ship it out. You send it to a printer. You can ship it out yourself. Like a lot of
that's awesome.
professionals who have had like careers at the big two do that now. By big two, I mean Marvel and DC.
Well, still, that's huge. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
should look
yeah.
into
Look
that.
into them. There's a lot of great comics on there too. Like I even
Mhm.
have some stuff. That's a lot of the guests have had campaigns on there running, and then
Oh, cool.
they use it to promote. So yeah, I definitely look into that. Plus, you got a pretty big following. How did that go about? Like, what made you decide you wanted to start doing TikTok?
Um, I guess I maybe felt a little left out because I mean during COVID, like I feel
Hmm.
like everyone had TikTok and I didn't have it yet because I was like, "Ugh, like I'm above it, not at all. But in my head, I was like, yeah, I don't need that. I was
Hmm.
like, it can't be as good as Vine. And then I got it,
Oh,
and then
you
I'm,
were a Vine fan?
yeah.
I never had it.
Oh damn, it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I ended up getting TikTok, and then of course I was on it all the time, and then I was like, one day I just decided I was like, I want to make like videos on it because everyone else is posting videos. I was like, I want to do something. And I'm like, I love fashion, and obviously I'm a huge nerd. So
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, I want to do like one of those videos where it's like outfits inspired by whatever.
Yeah.
And somehow it one day it just kind of popped off, and yeah. But
Yeah, I can tell you put a lot of effort into those videos.
yeah, they do. Yeah, they take some time, but they're
Which
fun to
is
make.
that's nice to see on TikTok when people actually you could tell when people actually put effort into them. It's weird though, like some of the ones I put like no effort into get like tons of views. I don't use it that much, but
Mhm.
like there was one where it was just me like duetting a video, just reacting with a stern face, disapproving, and I got like 75,000 likes.
Yep.
Um, so that was crazy. And then there's ones I'll spend like time on, and it's the same thing with YouTube. Well, it's easier to blow up on TikTok. I feel like
Mhm.
much easier. It's also easy to get taken down. I recently got suspended from live streaming because someone at Twitch gave me this advice that you just because I see people do it is you
Mhm.
put your phone here if you're doing a live stream on another platform and just have the pin comment
Yeah.
uh, and people join. Do you do that?
I no, I've been wanting to get into that. So I was
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I'd love to learn
Yeah,
how to.
next time you go on like Twitch or something, just do that. And
Yeah.
they said they banned me for misinformation. And I guess because I was like, what was I talking about? And I was talking about aliens and the JFK conspiracy. And I guess they were like, you can't do that.
Oh,
So they just like straight up suspended me. And I was like,
wild.
yeah. So I guess they're helping hide the aliens, which only further deepens my beliefs.
Shit.
But we won't go there.
I mean, we
Anyway,
can.
what are you a believer?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Oh,
I'm like, there could
I'll
be.
convince you. I'll convince you at a later time. Yeah. So, okay. So you draw a lot. So your style is, I noticed, a lot more anime influence. I think that's safe to say. And Avatar was
Mhm.
even anime influence.
Yes, and that's like also I meant to mention too. That's was a huge influence on my art as well. I used to try to when I was
Yeah.
younger, when it first came out, I would always try to make my own characters like
Hmm.
all the time. But
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And what you gonna do anything with those characters? You ever write anything or?
No, I never at least like those like fan characters, I never really did much with them. I would draw them a lot, but I never really made any stories about them. But yeah. So I guess my OC, like the OCs I've made recently, that's the one that I'm trying to make a webcomic of. So they have a little story. That's probably the
OC?
only like
Like
yeah.
Sonic OCs?
Oh my god, no, just
I know, I'm
original
joking.
character. That
I'm
like
joking.
oh yeah, like Sonic OCs actually.
Oh, there's Amy already. Amy Rose
There
already.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Was that your OC? Did you go back in time? She's pink.
she
She's
is
pink.
pink. I know.
Checks
Yeah,
out.
we're kind of the same person. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
smash people with a hammer?
Yeah, all the time.
All the
Actually.
time? Yeah, me
Yeah, I
too.
did it this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really sick.
So you into Sonic then?
I do actually.
You
Yeah.
like Sonic?
Big Sonic fan.
I remember I there was that one video you did where you were comparing people you were told you look like. And someone said you looked like live action Sonic. That's
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up. That's really fucked up. That's not.
I mean, it like it kind of sucks, but at the same time, I was like, I can.
You can make a joke out. Yeah, if you're on the
Like,
internet, you are gonna get.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm used to it. We went through that trailer again recently. I'm still shocked and appalled that was ever released for human eyes to see, let alone made.
Yeah, part of me thinks it was like a stunt to get like more attention from it, but
it's just the trailer was so genuine though. Like as if like they genuinely thought they had Gangster's Paradise playing. It was ridiculous. The new Super Mario movie, the cast I remember I thought it was so cursed, but then the trailer actually looks good.
Dude, I'm so excited for that movie. Granted, the Chris Pratt, it's a me is like, but Jack Black
I love
is
Chris Pratt, but he's not Mario. But then again, like so some of those I see, like Jack Black, I could see as Bowser. Some of them weren't bad. I don't see Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
It's pretty funny. I mean, part of me thinks it works, but at the same time, like when I actually heard it, then I was like, oh, does it work?
I feel like I need to rewatch the trailer. Who else was? Yeah, why didn't they just have the voice of Mario play Mario? I don't understand that. Like
that, or even like they could have kept like the Always Sunny cast going, and then just have Danny DeVito voice Mario.
That would be funny. Charlie Day. Yeah. Cranky Kong is no Diddy Kong though, right?
There's Cranky Kong, but no Diddy Kong?
I guess. Well, okay, so that's another thing too. The Mario lore, it's really interesting because I was thinking about this, how like most people like they take lore very seriously. And then you look at Mario and they're not consistent at all with anything. Like, so okay, because like Donkey Kong was Cranky Kong. Right?
Oh, really?
But then they say in some game, so the original Donkey Kong, kidnaps Pauline, right? First arcade game where Mario appears. And then there's entire theories and then they confirmed in Donkey Kong Country that Donkey Kong, the main one we know, is the grandson of the Donkey Kong in that game. Now here's the thing. The original Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong, but here's the thing. In the original backstory, the Donkey Kong escaped because he escaped Mario's custody from abuse. So Mario is canonically an animal abuser, and we don't talk about that ever. But this is canon. Yes, and so they go kart racing together. So Donkey Kong is buddies with his grandpa's former owner and abuser.
What?
Yes.
Wild. I didn't know
at all because Mario hasn't aged, but why has multiple generations of gorillas? Like, why is he? And what happened to? There's some people say that Cranky Kong is Donkey Kong's grandpa, and other people say that he's Donkey Kong's dad because the games aren't even consistent.
Yeah.
And so, because there's Donkey Kong Jr., so it's unclear if that was Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong's dad. It's really weird. There are entire videos. You could fall down a rabbit hole going into this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm literally just thinking about doing watching one of those iceberg videos. I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah. Nintendo, that's the thing. There's some one of the things I like Nintendo because it's just all about the games, and it's very simple. But then sometimes it's like they just don't like they don't really care about the lore as much. But I've seen timeline placements, and a lot of them are very consistent. Yeah, so like that's interesting. All that, I don't know. I just find that fascinating. They have. You're into video games then too, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorites?
Yeah. Pokemon Soul Silver.
Oh, that's so good. That was one of my favorites.
That's a good one. Yes.
You could go to both regions. That was.
It was so best Pokemon
fighting
game.
Red at the top of the mountain. That was so hard when I was a kid.
Honestly, to this day, because I replayed it not too long ago, and I was like, "Get my shit rocked."
I gotta replay it. I think I was gonna play Heart Gold this time, but I did Soul Silver primarily because I don't know why you chose Soul Silver. I did primarily because of the movies, Pokemon 2000.
Dude, Pokemon 2000, great movie. But I like Lugia better than
Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
Ho-Oh was in the first episode of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? I never. Oh yeah, Ash is done, right? Aren't they? I haven't watched the show, but I remember when he won the championship, and everyone was like freaking out about that. So he's what's the deal? So who's the new? What are they doing with that? I haven't watched since like Gen 5 stuff. Well, actually, I watched the pilot of XY, and then I just never continued.
That's kind of I mean, I kind of kept up with like some things with it, but yeah, they're doing like a whole new anime now, and it's a different protagonist.
So, are they gonna? Is it gonna be like same worlds or I don't? Anyway, I don't know. But the problem with Pokemon and a lot of anime is that there's too many damn filler episodes.
Yeah,
there's so many where I was like, what is? I remember there was like 20 episodes in the Johto region before they get to the first gym, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
In the Johto region, they spend so much time, and I was like, what did they accomplish in this time? Well, actually, he got Pokemon, I guess. But there's so many episodes that are just completely pointless.
Oh yeah.
Soul Silver is great though. That's I haven't started the new one. I have the new one. I it's been sitting on my shelf for like 3 months. But
which one did you get?
Oh, you got Violet, I assume.
Mm-hmm. I did get Violet.
Correctly. I haven't looked into this one at all.
It's honestly, it's really the game itself is really fun. I like the direction where like Pokemon's going with it, but the graphics, or you probably have seen.
I haven't been looking into it much, but I know that was a big complaint in Sword and Shield. Is they're like, oh, it's going to be the first console one. It's gonna, and then they were just like reused the animations.
Yeah, like on a DS it would look crazy, but on a Switch it's kind of like.
I'm surprised you can talk like this because weren't you a Nintendo ambassador or something?
No, I wasn't. But
why did I think you were paid to do something?
I was paid for a video for Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time. That was a great time when everyone was actually into Pokemon.
That was so fun. Even granted though I wasn't on Pokemon Go that much, but like when it first came out,
I totally was. Yeah, I'm gonna have to 1v1 you on stream once I get my once I start playing.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Just trade. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. So, who was your starter then? Chikorita, I'm guessing.
Oh, yep. Who were you, Cyndaquil?
Yep, you got me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, is that your first game, or what was your first Pokemon game?
My first Pokemon game was Crystal, so same gen. But granted, I was like really little when I played it, so I don't really know much.
Yeah.
All I remember is getting a Chikorita and I named him Chad, and then that was about.
Why did you name him Chad?
I don't know. I think 5. I don't know how old I was. 5. I was like, that was a good name for Chikorita. And then I replayed it, and then I got Soul Silver, and then later.
That game was so good. That was so good. That was even just like the what was it? Where you're chasing. That too. I forgot about that. You know what's also, why did they never bring back the thing where your Pokemon walks behind you? That was such a good feature,
right? Well,
and then they abandoned it.
They kind of brought it with the remakes of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah,
you could do that, but And like
Oh, that's right.
technically you
Oh,
can
that's
kind of
right.
do it in the game, but it's
I
not the
couldn't.
same.
I honestly, and this is some Platinum's my favorite. Couldn't really get into the Diamond and Pearl one. I got through like half the game or so, but they make it too easy with the XP share, and
Yeah.
not even just that. They add like because people are like, oh, it's easier because you're older and they're designed for kids. I'm like, first of all, in the older games they were like no, because I remember because they add stuff now that makes it easier.
Yeah.
And it just completely like X and Y. I remember I was like, holy, that game was so easy.
Mm.
There was like I remember I restarted the game to try and give myself more of a challenge right when I was about to face a champion, and then it didn't really work. I still crushed the entire game. It was, yeah. I don't know why I did that. I went through weird. I kept restarting games.
I've been there.
What other games are you into? So you're into Pokemon?
I just like it's all gonna be Nintendo, but
Okay, that's fun.
Pokemon, Kirby, and the Crystal Shards.
Oh, I heard that was great. That was recent.
Oh my gosh, so good! The new Kirby game too. Honestly, it's made my list. That game is so good.
Oh, Kirby's pink. What a coincidence.
Yeah, right. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy was a great game.
Mm.
And Twilight Princess Legend of Zelda.
Oh, really? The darker Legend of Zelda? I played a little bit of that when I was little, and then I never finished it. Also, I bought Skyward Sword and then I lost it. I literally lost it, the HD one. So I need to get that again. I need to dive back into Zelda. I dove into it. And I actually made some great Legend of Zelda videos, and then I haven't made any since. But like reviews of it. But yeah, I remember I had Twilight Princess. It was one of the first games I got on the Wii for Christmas. Yeah. And I really liked it. And then I never got past I think you had to like find a cat or something. Was that what you had to do in the beginning?
Oh, God.
You had to do something. And it was a very simple, mundane task. And I couldn't figure it out. And I just never played the game again. I never got past the starting point.
I don't blame you. It's okay. It took me a while. There was a lot of things. I'm not really great at the puzzle stuff, which is like the whole game.
The whole game, yeah.
And so I was fortunate enough to have someone with me that has played the game before. So if I got really stuck, they would help me out.
Yeah, those games make me feel really stupid.
Like yeah, me too. Well, even like there was sometimes in Pokemon, like I remember like was it Black and White? It might have been Black and White. There was like one of the gyms, or maybe even Diamond and Pearl, and I just could not figure out the gym puzzle. And it's like easy. It was so easy. I was so mad. Like spending hours like trying to get to the gym leader. It's like, ugh. Anyways.
I remember there was some gym shit I had some gym leaders that I struggled with. The one that I remember above all others that I struggled with this gym so long when playing. It was actually Soul Silver that my friend was able to get. He got Pat. We were at the same point, like because we got the game around the same time.
Yeah.
And then he passed the gym, and he was all the way into the Kanto region while I was still stuck on this gym. I was stuck on it for like weeks. It was Claire.
Claire, yeah.
He was such a pain in the ass. I could not get past her. I couldn't. I finally did, but like, so she's one of my. I respect her now.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite. She's Lance's. Was it cousin or sister?
Oh,
hold on, let me see.
Shit, I don't remember. Lance was cool too, though.
Lance is awesome. Oh, there's no E. It's just Claire. She is. Let's see. Her cousin is Lance. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. So your favorite Pokemon then? Who are your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh. Meganium.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Sylveon.
Oh, yep.
Blissey,
all pink.
Yeah.
No,
Flaffy.
Except for Meganium. It's not pink.
Yeah. She got a pink flower. Or they got a pink flower.
Flaffy?
Yeah, Flaffy.
What about Jigglypuff? You a fan of Jigglypuff?
I do love Jigglypuff, but I like
what about
like
Wigglytuff?
More. Wigglytuff I love Wigglytuff too.
I love those names. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones.
No, they're great.
Wigglypuff is such a pointless Pokemon.
Yeah, it was cute.
It's cute. That's same thing. Peach. I remember. Pichu. It's because they started doing the baby evolutions. They did
Hmm.
Mine Junior. So you were a big fan of Fairy type because we didn't grow up with Fairy type.
Yeah, once that like dropped, which gen was it? Was it X and
That was
Y?
Gen 6. That was Gen
Yeah.
6.
Um, yeah, when that came out, I was like, oh my gosh, because originally it was like normal and grass Pokemon were my favorite, but then they released fairy type, so
Yeah.
most of the normal Pokemon are fairy type
Yeah,
now.
all
And
the
I'm like,
pink
oh,
ones they made Fairy. And then
yep.
Mr. Mime for some reason.
I think it's Mr. Mime's like fairy and psychic or
Oh,
something. Or I
they
could be
also
wrong.
made Meryl. And my Azumarill became one of my favorite Pokemon on my Hoenn team.
Yes.
When they with the
Oh.
Yeah, well, of course they made it because they made Fairy type beat Dragon, so inherently it was weird though. They had an odd number of types for so long,
Yeah.
17. That was such a weird, and then they finally. I think we have enough.
No.
Let's see. Yeah, Jigglypuff. What were the other ones?
I think there's.
Snubble, Grubble, Grumble.
Oh yeah.
Those ones aren't cute though, Fairy, right? You're not a fan of
No,
them? What
not a
about
big fan of those. I
what
mean,
about
Snubble's like
what are your thoughts on Dunsparce?
Dunsparce. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one of the things when they were making megas, I think they dropped the ball with mega evolutions in some ways, and I might get flack for this. Why did they give them to Pokemon that were already cool, like Lucario and Charizard? Why didn't they give them to who gives a shit about Dunsparce? Why didn't they give it to like Sudowoodo or Dude, I gotta get back and thank you for this. Is making me want to get. I'm gonna start up the new Pokemon. Maybe even I don't know.
Wow. You should stream tonight.
Yeah, I should. Tonight. All right, sounds good. Yeah. Oh, Gardevoir. That was a perfect pick to make Fairy type.
Yeah. Oh, Gardevoir. Yeah, that was sick. Big fan of that. That Pokemon is also just Gen 3's Pokemon is also really good.
Did you see one of my favorite reviews of all time? Have you seen the IGN review of the Ultra Ruby and Omega Sapphire?
Mm-mm.
It's one of the funniest things. He got like a 7.6. You want to know why? One of the biggest criticisms of the game was too much water.
Too much water?
And they were like, who reviewed this? Groudon? Like, what? That was a genuine, that was like a huge criticism they had, was that there was too much water in the game. I was like, what? That is such a oddly specific, that's are they I wonder if they probably weren't a fan of Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I don't even know what to compare that to. It's just an absurd.
And that was kind of like the point of the
region, yeah.
Yeah, because you were it was very much like an island, jungle vibe, if I remember right.
And the whole, I think, the first, I did that one was cool. So is your favorite region Johto, or what's your favorite region? Johto?
Yeah. Oh, Johto, and I liked, I forget the name of Black and White's.
See, Johto can't stand on its own. That's why it's not my favorite. It's just, you need the second one to complete the game. You don't need that's the thing with it nostalgia also plays a role. Like Sinnoh, I know the map like the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I probably know the Johto one like the back of my hand too, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah.
What do you like Lavender Town?
Ooh, the music is great.
Yeah, the music,
but
all those fake stories from the 90s, not true at all. You've heard those, right?
Some. They were I might need a refresher because there was during COVID, the amount of iceberg videos I would watch on Lavender Town and just all Nintendo games.
Lavender Town syndrome. There is that one Pokemon episode that gave tons of kids seizures, and that's true.
Right.
And because of that, Porygon and none of his evolutions have been in an episode since, which makes no sense because it's it was the animator's fault. He didn't do it. And apparently Pikachu caused the explosion. It wasn't even Porygon.
Yeah, because it was like a Thunderbolt thing.
He was framed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched the band episode. Yeah, but there's so much interesting lore in those games. So you like that? You got into Legend of Zelda? You beat Twilight Princess?
I did beat Twilight Princess. Because because that was actually the first Legend of Zelda game I've ever played. So yeah, I beat that, and then I tried playing Skyward Sword, and then I just kind of stopped
Yeah, I need to play
halfway
that.
through.
I got really into Legend of Zelda when I was later in school with Ocarina of Time, and then I started playing, and I got really into the lore. I only actually played a few of the games because games take way longer than, say, a movie, you know. But like the lore behind Legend of Zelda and the timeline, I found fascinating. So I've beaten, I think, 4 of them for the games. Did you ever play Ocarina of Time?
No, I didn't,
You would
and I
probably like it.
I really want to get into it more because, like, big fan of the Legend of Zelda franchise. Like, it's cool.
Do you have a favorite Zelda look?
I love probably because she's a brunette in that one, but like Zelda and Twilight Princess.
You got a problem with blondes?
No, I'm brunette, so I'm like,
no, I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you. Yeah, I grew up thinking Zelda was always brunette because of that show, and then it was, and then I was like, oh no, she's like mostly blonde except for that game.
Well, I remember too in like Brawl because they had her Twilight Princess skin. I played Brawl a lot, like before I played a Legend of Zelda game. So that's also I thought the same thing.
I didn't know that Brawl was considered broken for my whole childhood.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That Meta Knight was like they had to make an entirely different tier for Meta Knight in competitive. He got banned. You know about that? They had so they had a fighter tier and there was S tier and then SS, and they banned him from tournaments because he was like if you were good enough with Meta Knight, he was like unbeatable. Because he could do like his move set. That's why he hasn't been as good in the game since. My roommate, I wish I trained with him more, but my roommate played competitive Smash.
Yeah.
I think he still does.
Oh, that's cool.
And but yeah, it was crazy. Midnight was 2 tiers ahead. Okay. Minecraft Steve was just banned? Really? Oh, by the way, welcome to friend Kevo. Welcome. I hope make sure to follow, for more content. Anyway, sorry, he was just that's Steve, really? That's funny. That's really
Why did Steve get banned?
Guess he's too good. He's
too good. I haven't even played as Steve. Guess I didn't get the was he part of the DLC? I didn't get that.
I never played Minecraft really.
In middle school I played a lot, but then I just haven't since.
So how was so for high school, like you were always into art and stuff? Like
actually because Adriana, who you know, so we went to elementary school together and we would kind of always be drawing together, and it kind of expanded into middle school and high school. Also, like as I got nerdier and watched more anime, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna draw more because anime is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ghibli, I know you mentioned, or is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Because I had one friend who's super into anime. He actually got upset with me because I kept saying Ghibli. He was like, "You're an idiot." It was Ghibli, and I was like, "All right, man."
Oh damn. Okay. I always thought it was Ghibli, but
yeah, maybe. Well, either way, what are your favorite ones? Because I didn't grow up with them personally, but I started getting into them, and they're the kind of movies that I'm going to show my kids. They're the kind of movies that there are movies like that I didn't see as a kid, but that take me back. Like Back to the Future is one of those too. Like I didn't grow up with that, but when I watched it, I was like, yeah, this is one of those movies that I'm going to show my kids.
That's a classic.
Close Encounters is another one of those that have you seen that? Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Well, that's an alien movie. It's the same guy who did E.T. Yeah, do you have a favorite Ghibli movie? I'll go with Ghibli for now.
Howl's Moving Castle is great, but I grew up with Kiki's Delivery Service and Totoro were the ones I grew up with. But I've kind of seen most of them. Howl's Moving Castle is probably my favorite though.
Totoro is my first one. So I've seen Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke.
Good one.
Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Castle in the Sky, Grave of the Fireflies, Porco Rosso.
I haven't seen I've never seen Porco Rosso actually.
Really good.
You need to watch
It's
that
really
one
good. Yeah, what's Grave of the Fireflies is so sad. Have you seen that one?
then. I knew it happened, so I didn't want to watch it.
Apparently, they had those that and My Neighbor Totoro as a double feature. They'd have Grave of the Fireflies first, and they knew the kids would be really depressed, so then they'd have My Neighbor Totoro afterwards. Is what I heard.
Kind of valid though. Like shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. So you're from Colorado originally,
Mm-hmm.
and where are you at now, or where'd you?
I'm in Tennessee now.
Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been. I'd love to go. I just had someone from Tennessee yesterday. I don't know if he's at Nashville.
Oh. It's like, I mean, it's cool, but I miss Colorado, so I kind of would love to move back. But also, Colorado's expensive, so
That's what I was told when I was there. That it was very expensive.
very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, is Nashville not as much? I don't know. I'd love to check out Nashville. It seems like a great. That's one of the things. I'm not sure where, because a lot of the stuff, there's film industry stuff, but then I'm not sure like where, right now I'm in Florida. I'm normally in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'd love to check out Nashville. One of the good things is I'm going to probably start working a lot of conventions and flying around. So I've already started. So I'd love to just check out all these cities.
Yeah.
So what made you want to move out to Nashville?
It was just work because after I graduated college, I was reached out to by, I don't know if you guys know Journeys, like the shoe store.
Yeah, I vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah, so they reached out to me and they hired me for the social media content creator position, and they're based out of Nashville. So I had to move to Nashville, so that's why I'm here. But
that's cool.
Yeah, it's been nice. I just honestly, like, the one thing that is different, like, there's no state tax here, so that makes it cheaper than Colorado. But I'm like, the rent and everything else, I feel like is pretty on par for the most part.
No state. That's very attractive. No state tax. It's very wow. All right, I'll have to look into that. That's Nashville. I mean, I've just everyone tells me like that's like one of the best cities. I did a road trip with friends where we went across the country, but we went the northern route. So we didn't get into, but even if we did the southern route, because if we were going to LA, we wouldn't even dip into like really that far south.
Yeah.
And, that's actually how I met Scott and Adriana was on that trip.
Oh, wow.
Because we passed through Denver. And Colorado is awesome. I guess I would go there skiing sometimes. I go Beaver Creek, skiing and snowboarding there. Mm-hmm. And then I had never really been to Denver apart from the massive airport, which holy God. Yes. When I arrived, when I arrived there, I was just like, there were shuttles and I was like, I'm trying to find the baggage. And I kept like, no, it says baggage. And then I just see shuttles. And it didn't even occur to me the possibility that you would have to take a shuttle to baggage. I was like, what? That's
wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that sandwich shops are a cool thing. I was like, what? It was really weird. There's also the altitude thing. I was like, how much water I had to drink. Like I noticed that was one of the things like we noticed is that Scott and Adriana I guess I was like, that's, in Colorado, you just have to.
Yes.
Probably get drunk faster, I would imagine then too. If you're.
You do. Yeah. That is true.
Are you speaking from experience?
Oh yeah, I can concur. Yeah. That was because I've been living in the South for so long after I moved because I went to college in Clemson University, so I was still like in South Carolina in the South, and then I came back to visit. And I had like one White Claw, and I was already like, oh, okay.
Was it pink?
I wish it was pink. That'd be sick.
Was the flavor?
It was green.
Strawberry? Oh no. Oh, lime? Why would you drink lime?
Lime and lemon.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
He says that's interesting in his head. He's like, ew.
Yeah. No, I mean, look. Yeah, I guess.
I guess you don't have to. It's okay.
No, Coors Banquet was cool though. That I had that because that's the Colorado Kool-Aid, correct? That's what I heard. Also, I do have a question. How do you Colorado people feel about South Park?
Oh my God. Well, I love South Park.
Yeah.
My friends like South Park.
The last episode, I don't know. They might have released one since. Did you see the last one?
The two, was it the two new ones that came out with the prince and
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That one was so. They're trying to sue now.
Yeah, they're trying to
which makes it funnier.
Right.
They're because they obliterated those two. And the thing is too, like they made the point that it's like most people like we get annoyed, and it's like the reason I get annoyed is because I don't care. I was born in the UK. I don't care at all, not even a little bit. And then they keep shoving it, and now I care because I want them to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, the we want our privacy. It's so perfect.
We want our privacy, man.
Like if you want your privacy, like there's so many great artists and whatever, or people in entertainment that if they, or just in general, I'm not saying that like there like JD Salinger did have people like harassing him to get pictures and stuff. That happens, but he was never on the cover of like magazines.
Or like Netflix making Netflix
documentaries. If they did, it would be someone making it about him, but he wouldn't be, taking
advantage of it.
Yeah. Or
the drum set on the lawn. Yeah.
The drum set on the lawn. Yeah, that was
he's
really
like jamming out, and then it was like Kyle. Yeah, Kyle walks out, and he's like.
That was so good. That was so funny. Oh my God, that show is great. So, do you have a favorite South Park character? Is it Carmen?
Okay. Yes, but also Stan and Randy.
Stan and Randy, they're great. Yeah.
Solid. Carmen's the most problematic.
I love Butters. Well, Carmen literally causes all the problems in the show.
Yeah, he does.
Like he causes. That's one of the things I love is that every time he gets the chance to like exploit something, does like he every time or when he discovers that anytime there's something I don't know that he can exploit for his own benefit, he does it, and it's really funny every time. But they always prove the point that it's like you can go ahead, you'll have someone screw it all over.
Yeah.
It's really, that show's great. So do you think it's an accurate representation of Colorado life?
There's a lot. Yes, I would say.
What's accurate?
Well, mainly, I'm just thinking of the Casa Bonita.
I've never been. How was it?
Literally, I think South Park did a pretty good depiction
of Casa Bonita. I need to watch that episode.
I don't know. I in elementary school. I don't know. Just the vibe of just going out to the playground with all the snow on the ground. That's, I don't know. That's a pretty ingrained memory. I don't know. There's little things the whole, I don't know, the newer ones where it's the Whole Foods taking over and all
oh, that was so good.
That's pretty damn accurate.
Does that happen in Colorado?
Oh my God, my little town that I grew up in, which it's kind of a problematic town now, I'm not gonna lie. But it used to be so small. There was barely any chains. We had an outlet mall, but that was about it. And then all of a sudden I came back to visit. We have a big Whole Foods. We have oh my gosh, what do we have? A big grocery store over there. There's just a bunch of new shops and restaurants, all of it's chain, but it's just really expensive coffee shops, all the above. It's yeah.
I'm not a. Does Vaughn know he's live? Yes. What is it? All right, this guy's a good comic book writer. Vaughn knows live. Yes. This is what I talk. Well, okay. So South Park. So that's cool. All right. I also, the whole nation thought Colorado was just a bunch of potheads because they legalized it first. Is there any validity to this claim?
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm
not wrong. So I'm correct.
Yeah. It's 50. I would say a good 75%.
75%? Wow.
That might be too high.
It might be too high? You think? A little bit?
I gotta
that would be grandmothers smoking pot.
Yeah, so it's probably less than that. But like you go to Denver, at least the last couple times I've been to Denver, like I mean, you can smell it. Then like
Mm.
everyone, I don't know, because I just haven't been in a while. And I was always like, when weed was legalized, I still was like, oh God, I don't know what that is. And I was really nervous. I never
Mm.
was like, but all my friends, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I never did that either. I never was interested. I didn't even drink in high school.
Oh,
Never
yeah, no,
did.
I didn't either. I
Oh,
didn't either.
really? Oh, hell yeah. Cool kids.
Yeah,
Too
cool
cool. We're
kid.
too cool. We're
Yeah.
too cool. What was your reasoning? Because I honestly just like my friends really didn't, and I just didn't. I didn't care. I wasn't like morally against it. I just like didn't give a shit. I was like, no.
It was kind of like, yeah, that, but I also just like, I was kind of a pansy with all that stuff. Like that stuff just
Ooh.
like scared me.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the dare. Did you guys have dare?
yes,
That scared the
yes,
shit out of me.
that scared the shit out of me
I
too.
bought it all. Which here's the thing, and then I found out pot still doesn't kill you, and I'm still like not interested. No, thank you.
Yeah,
I can
it's
drink
okay.
vodka. Which here's the thing: is it true that like alcohol is objectively worse for you? Yeah. Still, I still think pot is worse. Even you could read me all the sources.
Really? No, yeah. I mean, not that I've done great research on it, but like
Right.
alcohol's worse than from what I've read. It says
Yeah.
alcohol's worse than
Well, listen, it's in my DNA. I'm Irish and Polish, so
you're supposed to. You're supposed to
yeah,
drink.
yeah. Well, I'm not Russian though, so I don't know if I could, What about Mackin? What is Mackin? Is
That is Irish, yeah.
that is Irish? Oh, you are Irish. See, you didn't throw your heritage under the bus like I did. I don't know, gotta wear that with pride.
I know. I
Do you have
didn't
any
even know
redheads
what.
in your family?
Huh?
Then, do you have any redheads in your family? Then you're Irish.
Mm-mm.
There aren't as many as well. Actually, that's my family is a bad example for me to say because there's tons. My mom's a redhead, but like there are. My mom said the most redheads she ever saw because she lived in the UK for a while, travel across Europe,
Mm-hmm.
was like Scandinavian. That's just the
Really?
most redheads. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
I always would think maybe because of just Brave. I was always like
Yeah.
Scotland, but
Oh, dude, I remember I never saw that movie, but everyone would always be like make fun of the trailer because she'd be like, "If you've ever had the chance to change your fate, would you?"
would ya?
That was so funny. I haven't been watching a lot. Oh, did you watch Disney movies growing up then, I assume?
Yeah.
Disney princesses? Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't come up in your influences.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Any
Beauty and
favorite
the Beast was
princess?
my favorite princess movie.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. That was a really good
That's a good
one.
one. But honestly, favorite Disney movie is probably Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, that's a
That's a great
classic.
one. Yeah.
There are some ones that like no one talks about, like Home on the Range. You ever see
Dude,
that
Home on
one?
the Range. Oh my gosh.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Shark Tale?
Big fan of Shark Tale. Are you
Shrek? I
kidding?
noticed on your social media you were a big fan of Shrek.
Yeah, where is he? I don't know if you can
What's
see him
your
over there. He's
Shrek?
running.
Oh, he's just
On the
running?
field. There's like a little picture of Shrek. Yeah. I'm a big Shrek fan. Specifically
Have you
Shrek
seen
2.
the video?
Huh?
The video?
Which video of Shrek?
You know the one.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. Have you seen that video?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an
Yes, I have.
interesting film.
Very interesting film. Highly acclaimed.
Yeah, I thought so too. So are you into memes then?
Oh yeah.
Because I noticed because I follow the meme accounts, like all these meme accounts, and I always take note of other people that have good sense of humor.
I hope I'm one of them.
Yes, and you like a lot of the. Sometimes I'm like, oh wow, that's like edgy. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah,
Really
I don't
funny.
know. So sometimes like the memes I find funny, like I'll look back at it, I'm like, what? Girl, what?
Oh, there's so many trends. Well, I sometimes I like the ones that it's like there are ones that I'm like, even if you get context, you're like, I still don't get it. There was like the Markiplier one with E. Do you remember that one?
Oh God,
It
I
was
feel
like
like I do.
impossible to understand. Like I was like, I don't get it, and I had someone explain it to me, and I was still like, this doesn't make any. Do you remember the MLG videos?
MLG videos. Why can I not remember that?
Oh, that was a wild trend. What about We Are Number One? That was a great one.
I'm like drawing blanks. I'm just
Really?
like
You
when
don't
I'm
remember
meme
the
scrolling,
Tom
I'm
one?
just gonna. Huh?
Lazy Town one?
Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah,
okay, yes. We are
Lazy
number one.
Town.
Yes.
Yes.
It's back. You had to
That
say
was
Lazy
great.
Town for me to remember.
Lazy Town? Did you like Lazy Town? That was a weird show. That was a fucking weird show. Why were half the people plastic?
Right.
That show was creepy.
It made me feel it was like very like uncanny.
It was unsettling. That show.
Very, very unsettling.
There were some let's see. We grew up with some interesting shows. Did you watch? I see you watched the Disney and Nick shows, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any favorites? I did it years ago. I did a tier list.
That's fun.
And it got a fair amount of views. I wish it got more, but it's also it was even among my friends because they all watched it and they were like mad at me over some of my placements.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, especially there was one that I saved for last that I got a lot of. I don't know. All right. Well, some of my favorites were agreed upon.
Yeah.
But then there were some that I ranked too low. People thought anyway. It's a whole thing.
Wait, no, I kind of what were you? What did you rank the lowest?
The lowest, the garbage tier. You know what's a big one? Because most of them were like, okay, it's fair, right?
Yeah.
All right. So some of the ones I ranked the lowest. Well, I'll leave them to. So H2O I thought was stupid. I thought the show was garbage. I hated their accents too. Ricky, Ima, Claire, and I remember their names just because we make fun of their accents. I thought the show was stupid as hell. We also hang on. They turn into mermaids when they touch water, correct?
Yeah.
I'm sure they address this in show. Did they drink water then? Like if they're drinking it,
I think they drink water.
So they can. So then, why doesn't that turn them into a mermaid? Is it because it can go in?
Yeah, I'm guessing because it's inside.
All right. So what if, say, you're drinking water?
Mm-hmm.
Still, I don't know why I didn't explain it.
You had to show. It's okay.
It's show don't tell. I'm a storyteller. I'm a writer.
It's good.
So then, does she become a mermaid? What if someone sneezes on her? That's moisture. Does that count as water?
I guess it just has to maybe be like a body of water.
The thing is, I don't care enough to because that show bored the shit out of me. That one. Okay, this is the controversial one. I hate Zoe 101. I hate Zoe 101. I think it's terrible.
I mean, honestly, I get it, but I did like Zoe 101, so I can't.
Like, what funny? Because iCarly was funny. Drake and Josh was funny. Victorious was funny. What funny stuff happens in Zoe 101?
Valid point. I mean, it was entertaining, but
the characters were annoying. What was Zoe's personality? What were her personality traits that set her apart from another human being?
She wasn't like other girls. She was good at everything.
Right.
She was like, what? Which is
dumb. What was she good at?
I remember the first episode, it was like
Chase was a fucking simp. Chase was a simp.
Chase was a simp.
He's such a oh my god. And they rag on what was the Logan? Logan was a Chad though.
Yeah.
He was. Listen, it's like, oh well, there's the nice guy who and then there was the Chad. He was a Chad. Say what you want about him, Yeah. Austin Butler was on that show, right? Wasn't he?
Austin Butler was. He dated Zoe's character.
Every time they wanted an attractive boy character that then they get rid of after 2 episodes, they'd hire him. Like iCarly did that too. Oh, iCarly was one of the best ones.
iCarly, that's I agree with that.
All right, another controversial opinion people got mad at me for. I said I think Sweet Life on Deck is better than the first one.
Nope.
Yeah, it is. The first, I mean, maybe to be fair, I spent more time watching Sweet Life on Deck.
Okay.
But no, it's still. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to reevaluate my decisions. But yeah, I don't know. All right, well, tell me what were your opinions and what do you think are the best ones?
If we're going let's see. If we're going Disney or Nick.
Nick was always better. First of all, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was more entertained with Disney shows.
Disney would be my second choice.
Sorry, Nick shows. Sorry.
Although Good Luck Charlie was very good.
Good Luck Charlie was great.
That was great. Wizards of Waverly Place was good too.
Wizards of Waverly Place was good. Hannah Montana I liked. Sunny with a Chance.
Sunny with a Chance sucked. The show was horrible.
What?
That one, yeah, no, So Random was good. That
So
was
Random was,
So Random
yeah,
was really funny.
yeah.
Joy, the Real Princesses of New Jersey, that was a good one. Like the
Oh yeah,
sketches on
the
that
real
show were good. Sonny with the
Jersey.
Chance itself, it was
I
okay.
get it.
You know, one of the main guys from that show is like on Smosh now. Did you watch Smosh growing up?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, it was a lot of guy humor, if I'm being honest. A lot of, yeah. So I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, no, it's just interesting, like because same generation. So it seems like you grew up with a lot of the same stuff I did.
yeah. For the most part, I like. Yeah, I don't know though. I was never really like when I was watching YouTube though. I never really watched any like the biggest YouTuber I would watch was PewDiePie, and that was probably it.
I remember when he was blowing up because I was like, "What? Who's passing Smosh?"
Mm.
And someone in the chat asked, "Hold on, does Amy like any comics? Do you like
Yeah,
comics?"
I mean, I like manga and web comics more so. I
Hmm.
haven't really read like superhero comics
Hmm.
or things along that line. I want to get into that, but
Yeah.
I haven't. So I just yeah, a lot of manga and webtoon comics. So
Oh yeah, I give you recommendations on that. What manga? Because I've read mostly Battle Angel Alita and which is really good, and Junji Ito, like horror stuff. I'm not sure if you're into
mm.
horror at all.
I know what you're talking about because I'm not really into horror, but like the
Right?
artwork is
You scared?
like
You guess, or are you just not into it? You scared?
both. Yeah, I mean like
Ah,
yeah, like horror stuff just like there's always like a part of me that's like, yeah, like
yeah, you should
that's
do it.
that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'll
Yeah, I want to see
do it.
when we meet up. We got to watch a horror movie. I want to see you react. I
No,
want to see you react.
no. That's
Yeah,
like the
Halloween is
only
one of my favorite movies ever.
no, I can't.
Go watch. All right, we'll watch something mild like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The name itself does not sound mild.
No, I'm joking. It's not at all.
Okay. It's like
No, that one was no. So yeah, you haven't really like read a lot of because I know Adriana was like very into comics. You guys would just read
yeah.
different stuff though.
Yeah, I mean, she reads a lot of stuff. I just read yeah, preferably I just read like the shoujo manga, like the sparkly,
Mm.
romantic, cutesy. Like I have a lot of Sailor Moon and I have my little manga shelf over there. Yeah, they're all just like cutesy stuff. But
So like, what would you? Because I know you've mentioned like, did you grow up with the Teen Titans show?
oh my god, yes, I love Teen Titans. I wanted
So
to
New
get.
Teen Titans that's a run that's worth getting into the '80s. New Teen Titans. Here,
Ooh.
let me pull it. I started it. I haven't finished it yet, but I've read like the first 20 something issues. It's like what the show primarily pulls from. Like New Teen Titans is
Mhm.
what made it popular. It introduced Starfire, Raven, Cyborg. This one right here, New Teen
Oh,
Titans.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I love that artwork. Like this
Yeah.
is George Perez. This guy's a legend. Yeah, so this one, oh, Wonder Girl too. That was a weird thing. Wonder Girl never shows up in the show, but she's like one of the original Teen Titans in the comics. I don't know why
Oh, crazy.
even in the finale of or the penultimate episode where they have all the Titans together, still no Wonder Girl. I don't know why. They have
Yeah,
all the other like main Teen Titans, even Masi Manos, who no one gives a shit about, show up, but Wonder Girl never shows up. It was so bizarre.
yeah, that is.
But Wonder Girl's great. Yeah, Starfire. Yeah, New Teen Titans. This is one of the definitive runs, I would say. Did you have a
I do.
favorite from that show, Starfire?
Um. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, Starfire and Robin were my favorites.
Robin's great. Yeah. Oh, so you like those two together, or did you have another hot take?
No, definitely those two together. Absolutely.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were a big thing in the comics. Uh, there we go. Yeah, there's and then Nightwing. He became Nightwing in that series. This is one of my
Ooh,
highest recommendations. Then
I
too.
need to read it then.
Yeah.
Because I
Any
like I
other
love the Teen
characters
Titans. Huh?
like that interest you?
Any sorry, say that again?
Any other like characters or just any like what kind of genres and stuff do you like?
Hmm. Let's see. I mean, I do like superhero stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, yeah, Teen Titans is probably like my favorite superhero group. If I had to choose one. I'm trying to think. I just yeah, I just read a lot of the romancy stuff. So
Oh, romancy stuff. Chat, do we know any romancy comics? Come on, help me out. Yeah, I
reading
don't
like
know. I
Lore
don't.
of Olympus from Webtoon is really good.
Lore of Olympus.
Yeah, the artwork is so pretty.
All right, it's safe for work, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just messing with you. Oh, this one's very different style. Are they making a movie?
Oh God, are they?
Lore Olympus? Oh, it's Lore, not Lore of Olympus. It's just Lore Olympus. Okay. Are they with Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah. Hello. I didn't know that.
Oh, look at the pink. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the artwork is really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's tons of great stuff, on here that
Hmm.
are web comics. I never really looked into them, but I know crowdfunding. Like there's like I have. If you go back to my interviews, like I have tons of people crowdfunding
That's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, you should definitely look into that. There's a lot of good variety of books. Yeah, that's one of the things is American comics have basically become synonymous with superheroes. And look, I love superheroes. That's how I got into
Hmm.
comics. But I understand why people go to manga. Well, primarily because even today, most comics are not good. Well, I don't want to say most, but most like mainstream. There's just a lot of problems. But like one of the
Mm.
things is, like manga has so many different genres. They used
Mm.
to, and they used to like they used to have like even like one of the most famous comic artists ever started out doing romance comics. So like they used to like back in the 50s, 60s, like
Yeah.
there was all this stuff, like all this classic stuff, and they don't really have that anymore. And granted, I don't care because I probably would have never been interested anyway. But
Yeah. Yeah.
people that would, like you probably, but like, they don't have this anymore. But yeah, I mean, this art is great too. Love this retro.
Hmm.
Shit. Ah, shit. What did I click on? Okay, yeah, they don't really do this anymore. But oh, DC did romance comics. I didn't know that.
Crazy. I don't know that.
Yeah, I guess back in the day, they used to do things that weren't just superheroes.
So now, and it just kind of ended up being the most popular. So they just kept doing.
I guess. I think in the '90s they just decided like this is what they were gonna do. I don't know. It was weird. I guess it was making the most money, so they were like, all right, we're not doing anything else. I don't
Yeah.
know. But no, there's a good variety of comics. You just got to look for it, and that's the thing. It's not as easily, recognizable as like anime. They have everything. So, what are you watching now? What are you currently working on now? Or what are you watching? I guess first.
Let's see. Well, I just rewatched all of Ranma and um finished Chainsaw Man.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not really watching anything. I'm actually trying to find a new show, but yeah, right now I've just been working, making content, and drawing again. So
Drawing. Okay, well, yeah. If you ever want to, like, I don't know, if you ever have any comics you're working on or anything, let me
yeah,
know. I'd love to take a look at your stuff.
yeah,
Promote
definitely.
it. Definitely crowdfunding. I'll get you in contact with people that know that stuff. There's tons of
Yeah,
great stuff out there. And yeah, so you're working on all that stuff. That's really cool.
yeah. So work in progress. Also, video game streaming. Also work in
Oh,
progress.
gaming. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to talk. There's some stuff. Yeah. I'm. Oh well. All right. So I forgot you're not into horror because there was I was trying to get a group together for a horror game, but no.
My
So
reaction probably would be funny, but
yeah, it
like,
would be very funny.
because
It
in
would be
my
very
head, like
funny.
for one of my streams, is like, oh, maybe I should just get a horror game just so like
Yes, you get
it'd
tons of
probably be
views.
entertaining. But
People
I'm
would
also
click
like,
that.
ugh. Like I could barely play Last of Us. I was like, fuck this
Oh, you played Last of Us?
a little bit, and then I stopped because I
The
I
clickers?
zombies are like my biggest fear.
Oh, your
Do not
biggest
like
zombies?
Yeah, I hate zombies.
So the clickers too. The sound effects in that game were so good. Oh, so then how would you feel? Like, how would you feel about like Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask was scary.
Yeah, it's a different kind. That's what I feel like. A lot of the scariest shit is primarily because it gets through when you're a kid and most vulnerable. But the stuff that's not straight up horror, like one scene that terrified me as a kid. You ever see Pinocchio?
Oh my god, is
When
it the
they switch
donkey
to the
scene?
donkey, that is
That
horrid.
shit fucking scared me. Like trauma. Like that
Was
is
that one
so
scared me?
scary.
A lot of people got scared by ET. I didn't, but a lot of people did.
ET scared me too.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, ET. My sister got scared by ET. I love ET. I don't think that was the donkey scene scared me so much. There are scenes that just stick with you. That's one of them.
Yeah, that one was scary.
Well, okay, if you change, I was gonna get a group together and do this game called The Quarry. You could play it as a group. It's like a choose your own. It's like a movie basically. You make the decisions to see who can survive, and
Oh, that's fun.
it's a horror movie. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But
maybe I will. Maybe I'll get out of my comfort zone and
that'd be fun.
play one.
We could like co-stream it. Pokemon definitely, whatever.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Read the chat once in a while. Then, all right. What are you saying? There's nothing interesting in the chat. You guys are very boring. I don't know. Making demands of me. These people think they are. But anyway, I'd love to stream with you again. I stream casually all the time. If you ever want to stream, we can set up a gaming stream. Let me know. It's been a blast talking to you. Is there anything you want to promote or that you're working on at the moment?
I mean, not really. But I mean, if you guys want to look at my art, I'll post some more on my art account. Or if you want to watch me get angry at Mario Strikers, you can find me on Twitch.
Gotcha. Let me pull up yours. Let me make sure I get your link in the chat.
Oh, no worries. I don't even know where my link. I should know where my link is.
I found it.
It's in my link tree.
Yeah, your link is in. Well, isn't your link tree? Isn't that your link?
My big. Woo.
But you're a Mario Strikers pro. Is this one of your people, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering. Okay, well, Frank, hopefully you stick around with me too, man. I'll probably go live again tonight if you have any interest. If not, no worries. I'll go. I'm gonna figure stuff out. Maybe I'll start the new Pokemon game.
Please let me know how you like it, because I like it, but I don't know. It's I've heard a lot of mixed reviews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was make sure to check out her stuff on here, and keep me posted on any stuff you're working on. And I'll announce. So for next week, tune in next week. We have a comic book creator who I also found through TikTok. So that app isn't entirely useless, as much as cursed as it is. There are good things that occasionally slip through the cracks. Braden Boyd, he has his own comic book series, Shape Man. So you're going to want to check that out. I'll have him on the show to talk about that and his creative process and all of that stuff. So make sure to tune in for that. It's going to be next Sunday. You'll see the stream scheduled right after I upload this. And without further ado, guys, anything else you want to say before we head out?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this. Let me know what you guys want to see. And check out Amy's stuff too. And I'll see you guys next time. See you.